Let's start with breaking news in Afghanistan. That country is now under Taliban control. This morning, local Afghan refugees say their families overseas are in hiding. They are fearing for their lives. Zach Fuentes will share their stories in a moment. But first, a breakdown of what is happening there to the moment. As the Taliban pressed into Kabul overnight, the president of Afghanistan fled. Many civilians and international embassies looked for a way out as well. Then, the capital of Kabul fell after a series of takeovers, and now the Taliban are officially in control of the country. Thousands are packing into Afghan capital's airport, and U.S. troops have fired warning shots as they struggle to manage the chaotic evacuation. ABC's Alex Perche now joins us now with more this morning. Alex?
Good morning. President Biden is facing growing backlash for his decision on Afghanistan. One congressman going as far as to say that Biden has blood on his hands. This morning, growing pressure on the Biden administration as Afghanistan falls into the hands of the Taliban.
This is going to be a stain on this president and his presidency.
And it's not just Republicans slamming Biden's decision to withdraw troops from the war-torn country. Congressman Vicente Gonzalez writing on Twitter, "There's no way to hide it. The situation in Afghanistan is another shame on this administration. Withdrawal was never going to be easy, but it didn't need to come to this." Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney puts the blame on both the Trump and Biden administrations.
The Rand Paul, Donald Trump, Mike Pompeo, Joe Biden view of the world here is fundamentally dangerous and irresponsible and wrong.
This morning, the Biden administration continuing to defend its decision.
We went to Afghanistan 20 years ago with one mission in mind, and that was to deal with the people who attacked us on 9/11. And that mission has been successful.
President Biden is scheduled to be at Camp David until Wednesday, and as of right now, there are no plans for him to return to Washington early. Alex Perche, ABC News, Washington.
The news is especially hard for refugees in our area, many of whom can't do anything but watch it all unfold. ABC 10's Zach Fuentes is at Shinwari Restaurant in Sacramento, hearing from many people there. Zach, how are they feeling and how are they monitoring what's going on?
Well, they are obviously watching it very closely. They have made Sacramento, Northern California, their home, but it's the family that they left behind in Afghanistan that they are worried about this morning. One refugee that we spoke with here at Shinwari Market and Restaurant says he and his family arrived in the U.S. in 2019 on a special immigration visa after spending 15 years working with an American agency. And right now, he still has 5 brothers and 9 sisters in Afghanistan, and he fears for their lives.
We will not be seeing our family again. Taliban will kill and will search them one by one and will kill all of them who have worked for the U.S. government and U.S. Army.
Right now, he says his family in Afghanistan is in hiding. He says his message for the U.S. government, especially President Joe Biden, is to not leave Afghans alone. Again, Moeed Momen there is just one of thousands here locally worried about his family back home in Afghanistan. Coming up in the next half hour, we're going to speak with a Modesto woman who's also an Afghan refugee, who's worried about her family as well and worried that the country is going to revert back to how it was 20 years ago. Again, we're going to hear from her coming up in the next half hour.
Okay, Zach, thank you.